Hello, welcome to a new video, and today's video we're going to take a look at Keldeo in the Master League. I got some battles sent to me, thanks so much for that, and today we're going to take a look at this Pokemon here, which is going to be one of the strongest ones nowadays because of the buff to AQUA Jet. AQUA Jet being now so cheap and so strong is going to be such a difference for this Pokemon, as you already had great charge move with the Sacred Sword basically, and you had a fast move with Poison Jab that was definitely okay. This is going to be mostly the best fighting type Pokemon currently, and again, it is a mythical Pokemon, which is a bit more difficult to build, which that's also the reason why I don't have it built here. But luckily we got some gameplay sent to us, thanks so much for that. And here we're going to take a look at quite a bit of that as well. We're going to see here Kyurem coming in. Oh wow, we have Sacred Sword for you. And we see already on what this Pokemon can do. Has so much potential in the current meta, has so much play against basically everything, as water, fighting and poison kinda like goes well against everything that's currently available. And so here we're going to see now the matchup against the Kyurem black. It's black. It's Kyurem black. As we see the 3-star going to hit here, you're going to see the opponent having the Necrozma in the back. You have super effective fast move pressure. You are generating energy at the same pace, but you're going to be able to outspeed them here. Hopefully this is going to be enough to knock them out. One more fast move is, and they didn't get to the move here, which is really nice because now you're going to be able to win the battle with a Fusion Bolt that is going to connect here. We have the Kyurem black here on the back as well, winning against another Kyurem black, and we can move on to the next one. Kyurem white, that is going to be absolutely amazing because they have resisted fast move pressure and you have super effective charge move pressure, which is lovely. You can go for the Sacred Sword at this point. I want to take a look real quick on which move is better to go for damage per energy, because both of them are going to be neutral here right now. And I'm not too sure about the Keldeo. That's the thing as well here. Keldeo is a Pokemon that I have not really played in ages, and I kind of want to take a look at it again in the Ultra League. But right now, this Pokemon has such good moves as well that, yeah, I'm not too sure right now which one is better here. Let's see real quick. The AQUA Jet is going to do a 1.9 and the Sacred Sword a 1.85. So if you only can go for one move there, like it's better to go for the AQUA Jet. It does a bit more damage per energy against something, for example, like the Evalta that we just saw. So yeah, that's something, for example, that this player can improve on. I would thought this would be the case, but again, yeah, I didn't really know for sure. Here we see the AQUA Jet coming through. They didn't expect it at all, which is going to be lovely for you because you could just use a shield and farm down, but you can also just no shield and win the battle with your Kyurem black, which is exactly what you're gonna do. Easiest way possible, as now you have an energy advantage and a shield advantage, and this is going to be a good game. Next up, Palkia. Palkia is going to be interesting. Palkia is going to be something that you are going to be able to deal with for sure. We have here the Sacred Sword coming in, doing some solid damage. And let's see if there's going to be anything here from the opponent that, of course, the Special Hand will do a lot of damage, but he can display it out in the 2-shield scenario, I think. Because you do a lot of fast move pressure, you're going to be able to outspeed them, definitely, all the time. So it's kind of nice for you, but you can also just no-shield here, which I think is the right play. Because, oh, they're actually going to go for the bait, which is worse for you, but you can go into your fire type here, which still has Dragon Breath, of course. Firing them down, getting an energy lead against whatever they want to come back into. It's going to be the Kyurem, but the one with Ice Fang, which is going to be lovely for you, because you're going to have super effective fast move pressure and still the Fusion Flare to hit them. You generate energy at the same pace as the opponent, and at this point I actually thought it would be kind of interesting for you to let the move go through, because Fusion Flare would be double resisted. You still have your other Pokemon in the back here, the Kyurem Black. But again, maybe something that you can improve on. I think it would have been a bit better there. You're still going to be kind of fine here because you know that you're going to be able to outspeed them here. You know that you're going to do double super effective damage with your fast move. And so we kind of have a similar play that we saw before already. And we're going to move on to the next opponent. And that's exactly what I mean. Oh, we have a Grass and Fairy type Pokemon against you. Guess what? They are not going to enjoy this matchup at all. I actually would not go for a charge move here, by the way. I would just go for a shield and fully farm them down, because it's not going to get the knockout. They actually use a shield here, which is very lucky for you, but it will not get the knockout, and the fast move pressure is going to be able to just add up and get you more energy. So again, this would be something I would play a little bit differently, because, for example, the opponent doesn't use a shield here, which is the ideal play for the opponent there. Then you're going to end up basically the scenario where you barely get any farm down against the Tapu Bulu, and you still kind of, you just kind of are just in a worse position there. Of course, the opponent used the shield, so everything was fine, but most players will not use the shield here because they know that Sacred Sword as well as the AQUA Jet is going to be resistant on Tapu Bulu. So again, it just was a bit lucky, but I would say it is better for you to actually just go for the full farm down against the Tapu Bulu while just investing one shield in there as well. Anyway, Dialga wants to go for an Iron Head, gonna get hit by a Free Shock. I feel like Free Shock and the other move, like Ice Burn, is a bit too much. Like, what the hell? It's a neutral hit and it just one-shots basically everything in the meta. That's a bit too much in my opinion. But again, at this point, like this is the first season where you're going to have the Kyurems. I feel like they should, of course, keep them like this for maybe even another season. But I could see them getting a bit changed in the future. The Kyurems are for sure currently the best Pokemon. I think you could have went for one more extra fast move here for sure. To have better fast move timing. That is something for sure. But as you see here, the opponent is going to be able to go for Brave Bird. And now you can go for the swap out there. It's going to be the Tyranitar coming in. That is a Pokemon that I did not really expect to see here today. But it's okay that you're going to bait this one out because you need to keep your Keldeo forward. As we will see, there is going to be the Brutal Swing coming in from the opponent. We have another charge move coming up here as well. That's going to be fine. It's going to be the Sacred Sword knocking them out. And Palkia comes back in. That's going to be a bit of a trickier one for you to deal with because I guess if you get the shield here, that would be great. Please get the shield. You get the shield. This is ideal because Sacred Sword definitely doesn't do as much as like the Fusion Bolt will do here. And you have to use the shields here. Of course, they're very likely going to go for baits though, as expected. But even then, you still have to shield them kind of up because you don't have the health really for it. They go for back-to-back baits. This should be a loss here for sure, unless the opponent tries to swap out of here. But even then, like, you're going to lose this battle. There's nothing that you can do here. You need to go for the full farm down. I don't think it would have worked out either. But again, maybe. If you would have went for the one extra fast move in the beginning, it would have helped you out quite a bit because you got more damage onto the Ho. Then maybe you can fully farm them down. And then you have two moves here. But the opponent still has a shield, and with this, you're going to lose this battle. Next one, Rhyperior. That is going to be a matchup that's going to be really good for you, of course. Your backline really doesn't want to face this Pokemon, so that's kind of cool to have it here. Fast move timing, I'm not too sure, and again, like, maybe you could have done a bit of a better job. I think it's a CMP tie though, exactly, that's going to be great for you. But the ideal word, you would have went for one extra, because it's going to allow you to get, in this case, a free fast move through, which would have been really cool, which would have allowed you to get to this move here in time. But just generally speaking, if the opponent goes for an extra move at this point, they would have been in a position, yeah, like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, they would have got the free fast move in then instead, which is a 3-turn fast move for free. It doesn't really make too much sense for you there. So again, fast move timing definitely something that I can see here some improvement towards. We have the Rhyperior taking now the Fusion Flare. I think it's going to be enough because it's stab on the Reshiram. It is not going to be enough, not even close, because it's, I don't know, honestly, like, it is definitely not enough. And it's now going to be Kyurem Black against the entire team from the opponent. That's going to be interesting with a one shield and one fast move advantage. Let's see if that's going to be enough. In comes Palkia. Okay, you're most likely going to be able to knock them out with a free shock. They should do enough damage, right? Let's see if it's going to be enough damage. It is enough damage. And Dialga, can you still get there in time? I don't think you can. I highly doubt it. No, you cannot. And you would have not knocked them out anyway from this range. Palkia, Dialga is I think a little bit bulkier than the Palkia. So yeah, I don't think this would have been working out at all. Again, I feel like you are, I don't know if I'm wrong with the pacing. Let me actually check real quick before I talk even more nonsense. But I think your pacing is a bit off with the Keldeo, with the AQUA Jet. But I might be wrong as well. Let me see real quick. No, AQUA Jet needs 6 fast moves. So against Pokemon like the opponent's Xerneas there, for example, you kind of want to go for 7 fast moves because the opponent has a 3-turn fast move. They go for it 5 times. Then they're going to end up at 15 turns. And you have a 2-turn fast move, you're going to use it here in this case at 6 times, then you end up at 12, then you give the opponent a free fast move. It's always kind of what you want to do, by the way, if you want to learn a bit more for like fast move timing. You always kind of want to try, if it's possible, it depends on how much energy the opponent has, it depends on a lot of different kind of factors. You always kind of want to end up at 1 turn behind on what the opponent has. So for example, 5 fast moves from the Xerneas is 15 turns. You would like to go for your charge move when it's 1 turn before that, so 14, which in this case you have a 2-turn fast move, you go for 7 fast moves, you had 14 fast turns that you used, and then you can go for the charge move to deny the opponent's own fast move and give them the least amount of benefit from you going for a charge move. That's kind of how this kind of works. Yeah, you're still going to be able to win this one. Good game there, and we can move on to the next opponent. Check real quick what kind of message there was in the last game there, but apparently it was just a bad time reminder. I cut out a bit of like messages before, by the way, if you always wonder if like the screen goes a bit black in like certain spots or whatever. It's just because I cut out messages, especially like from other players who send me battles. I don't really want to, of course, yeah, show that openly on my channel. That doesn't make sense. So that's why you saw, for example, a few battles ago, some black bar there as well. Anyway, we're gonna move on here now to this battle. We're going to have the, I think, catch here for the electric type move on a dragon type Pokemon, which is quite nice. Rhyperior is not so nice, and you are forced to go for the fusion flare. I don't think this was smart. I don't think you should have done that, because that is a resisted charge move that you use the shield for now. Like, they don't need to use a shield. Why do they use a shield? Why do I even talk here at this point? I feel like they get a lot of times a bit lucky here with the opponents. Like, their decision making is not always the ideal one as well, which kind of helps you out a few times. I would recommend you definitely looking into fast move timing a bit more. But here we will see the knockout against the Kyurem, which is kind of cool. Your own Kyurem goes up against the opponent's Kyurem. Wait, maybe we saw the knockout against the Rhyperior, I want to say. And the free shock is going to connect now. This is going to win you the battle. Kyurem Black, honestly, ridiculous. Like, what? Like, what is this Pokemon doing? We don't know. Kyurem White. Great lead. Do they have Dragon Breath? They have the fast move of Ice Fang, which is great for you. Here there's no good fast move timing, really. Like, you can try to go up, of course, to where they're gonna get to the charge move, go for your own one before, but there is no real benefit from it. So, like, there's nothing that you can really do here. But you can go for a charge move, Aqua Jet, and then I'm not too sure if you should have done that then. Like, if you go for the Aqua Jet, I would rather recommend you to go to the Kyurem, just use a shield and farm them down. The shield here doesn't make sense, because unless they have, of course, Outrage, but then why did you not go into the Kyurem Black then? Here, of course, this would knock them out there, but like, you didn't need to go for the Aqua Jet in order to knock them out then with a Fusion Flare. So if you just went straight into your Rushium, that would make sense, or you go for the Aqua Jet and then swap out into your Kyurem in order to farm them down, that would also make sense. But yeah, this was kind of a mixture between two things that then don't really work out that well together. Here again, wrong fast move timing. The opponent goes for a charge move, they cannot get to another move in time there at all. You could have got 2 free fast moves in there, 2 free Shadow Claws against the opponent's Incinerate. Again, one Incinerate is 5 turns, 2 Shadow Claws have 4 turns, you're 1 turn behind on what they have with their own fast move there. And this is kind of where you want to go for your charge move, because you just gave the opponent a free Incinerate. And that is 5 turns for free, which is definitely helping them out a bit. You're still going to win this battle because you win the CMP tie against them as well. But again, there's just a little bit of stuff to improve for you, which I feel like helps out the people out there a little bit more as well, to see like a few mistakes as well, which is great to see here. So thanks so much for showcasing it as well. Hopefully I can help you a little bit as well with your gameplay. Here again, there's not really a fast move timing that you can do. You can let the move go through. It's either Disarming Voice or Trailblaze. Very likely a Trailblaze. It's a Trailblaze. If you want to let one move go through there as well, you want to let the first move go through. Otherwise, it doesn't work out for you. So yeah, I would have not used the shield here on the first one. Like, it doesn't really make too much sense. Disarming Voice is the worst thing that could have happened there in this scenario, which would have done a ton of damage, but doesn't knock you out either. So at this point, you just gave the opponent a lot of boosting chances. You can try to catch the move here, which you don't. And now it's going to be a bit awkward, because they had +3 attack with Trailblaze. You're gonna try to go for the full Fauna here with the Kyurem, but this is going to be, I think, a +3 Disarming Voice now. No, they just go for the Trailblaze spam for no reason at all. That is also fine. That is also absolutely fine here. Free Shock coming through. Going to be able to... By the way, I'm going to start offering coaching as well, though. I'm currently looking into it. Going to be on MetaFi again, as I did as well. I had a break now of nearly a year, I think, from coaching. But like, if you're interested, let me know down below as well. Again, like, I'm gonna offer it on MetaFi. I just have to basically, yeah, put the things in for that. I'm gonna do that today. So coaching is going to be up again. If you want to see like some improvement for your gameplay, I had a lot of people that I coached before as well that hit Legend afterward then, which was really nice to see. So again, if you're interested in this, it's going to be still, I think, linked in the end card and stuff like this, but going to be reactivated. Anyway, final battle we're going to have here. Landorus. Why do you swap out here? Like, it is just a bit, like, I'm not so understanding here, because at the end of the day, you have a water type against a ground type Pokemon. Yes, your first move was resisted, but you can still go for an Aqua Jet and at least weaken them. Here again, it worked out because the opponent decides to no shield, even though they could have fully farmed you down and then end up with a ton of energy that will completely destroy your team. But again, it would have been more ideal for you here to just stay in, try to go for an Aqua Jet. Eventually, you can maybe swap out as well if you like get a shield advantage and stuff like this. But you were just, again, lucky there that the opponent let the move go through. If they would have used a shield there, they would have ended up with nearly 100 energy, and then look at your team. You wouldn't have the fast move pressure to knock them out, so you would lose a lot of health or a lot of shields against the Landorus. And here you just profit from the opponent not using a shield there, even though it would have made a lot of sense. So yeah, again, there are things that you can definitely improve on. This would, like, you swap in a fire type against a Pokemon that has rock and ground type moves. That's a bit difficult than Ford usually. But still, again, like, stuff to improve on. Here, Keldeo is still very, very strong though, as you will see as well. This is going to be, if it's an Aqua Tail, you still survive it. If it's Spatial Rent, should be still fine though. It is Aqua Tail, you still survive, and this is going to be it for the showcase. Again, thanks so much for staying in those battles. I really appreciate it. I hope that you also learned a little bit from this video then as well. Yeah, again, thanks so much. I really, really appreciate it. Keldeo looks like an amazing Pokemon. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I will see you then. Bye-bye.